Good evening, dear listeners. This is Akashvani Kohima, and you're tuned in to another special episode of Literary Programme. Joining us today is Mütsolü Z Lohe, a young and thoughtful voice from Nagaland. She is the author of Becoming Me, which was released under CUE, Center for Understanding English Academy Kohima. At just 20, Mütsolü's writing journey began as a personal reflection which slowly grew into poetry and powerful expressions of life. Her work beautifully weaves themes of faith, identity, hope, healing, strength, and becoming with the heart to comfort and encourage readers, reminding us that every journey is unique and deeply purposeful. We are pleased to have her with us on today's program. Miss Mütsolü, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Could you please introduce yourself to our listeners?
I'm Mütsolü Z Lohe, a 20-year-old author of Becoming Me. I'm a final year English literature student at Jaffa Christian College. Writing has been my quiet space, and today I'm really happy and grateful to share that journey with everyone.
Thank you for the beautiful and the warm introduction. Now, without further ado, could you tell us when and how your journey with writing first began?
It actually started small, quietly. I used to write down my worries, my prayers, and my struggles, almost like talking to God and comforting myself through words. So I would say my journey was carried through the little things in life and one page at a time.
That's wonderful. It's interesting how writing can start as a personal space before finding a wider audience. Your book is titled Becoming Me, and it sounds deeply personal and delicate, very much reflective. So how did you arrive at this title? Was there any particular experience that shaped it?
Life is not about being perfect. It's a journey of becoming braver and stronger and truer to who God wants us to be. And that's all I would say.
Right. I love how you describe it as a journey and how you said that life is not perfect. I think everyone would really agree to it. What was the most challenging part of putting this book together? Did you have any struggles along the way or any unexpected events that took place? And if so, could you please share it to us?
The hardest part was being honest, opening my heart and sharing personal experiences.
Mm-hmm.
It takes some time and some courage to say, this is my journey, this is my faith and my struggles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at the same time, that honesty is what makes the book real.
Mm-hmm. 100% agreed. As an introvert, I think a lot of people would really relate to that. And thank you so much for sharing that. Honestly, I think that is the whole point of being a writer. And when you write a book, you're just writing about yourself. And I think it takes a lot of courage to do that. So thank you so much for sharing that honestly. Coming to the next question, what inspired you to write this book? And could you tell our listeners a little bit about the central theme and its message?
I never planned to write a book, actually. It just grew out of memories, experiences, and the things that life teaches us.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming Me talks about faith, hope, healing, and God's presence in our everyday journey. It's all about growing into who you are meant to be.
Mm-hmm. That was so beautiful. I think that message of growth and resilience really comes to your work, and the central theme is really beautiful. So thank you for sharing that. Do you have any personal favorite poem from the collection? One that really, holds a special meaning in your heart? And if you do, can you please read it to our listeners?
My favorite would be No Looking Back from chapter 21.
Mm-hmm.
It has lines that say, many wish to return back, but I do not.
Mm-hmm.
Life moves on, and I want to move on with it, and it goes. For me, these lines mean choosing the present over the past. Many people think going back may bring something better, but sometimes going back means losing the blessings, people, and growth we have to take. Every person in our life now is precious, and every season has its purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of living in regret, this poem encourages moving forward with gratitude and much hope.
That's so beautiful. so much depth and so much of reflection and emotions coming from a young person. We would be really honored if you could read it to us.
No looking back. Some wish to return back. I do not. Life moves on, and I want to move with it. If I go back, I may lose the people I have now, and I would never risk that. There's another poetry that holds close to me. It's from the first chapter of the book, First Breath. I did not choose this life, but it was given to me, a breath, a beginning, a path I could not see ahead. Grateful even in silence, I opened my eyes to this world. I was alive, and that was enough.
That was so beautiful. Thank you so much for reading your favorite poems and sharing it with the listeners. So moving on, I'm really curious about this one. Are there any poets or writers who have influenced your writing or creative process? And if you do, can you please share it to us?
I really admire Esther Curie, our very own narrator. Her works beautifully portray the society and the identity, and especially strong women. It reminds me that our stories matter. I'm also inspired by many other female writers and novelists, how they portray the struggles and the society, who use words to empower and heal, and also bring awareness at the same time.
Ma'am Esther Curie, one of the favorite and the most renowned writers from Nagaland. We want to dive into a different section now. We want to talk about your hobbies and something that you do besides literature. So, what are the other influences like music, faith, or life experiences, or something that you're really passionate about besides writing?
Music has been a place of worship and strength for me. I may not be the perfect musician, but praising God through music has shaped me a lot, and that reflect in my writing as well. Conversations, people, and the little everyday moments also inspire me.
So do you play any instruments?
So I play the piano.
I think that really adds to the emotional depth that we see in your poems. When readers finish Becoming Me, what do you hope that they take away from the book?
I hope that the readers feel seen, encouraged, and find faith. I want them to know that it's okay to struggle, it's okay to feel weak, but it's not okay to give up, because there is always purpose in our journey.
Truly said. There is always a purpose in our journey. So thank you so much for the beautiful takeaway. What advice would you give to someone, especially to our listeners who are just starting out in writing, or someone out there really struggling to write their first draft?
I would say start small. Don't wait to feel perfect enough to begin. And most importantly, have faith in what you are doing.
That's very encouraging. I really hope that our listeners are encouraged right now. Just as she said, start small and have faith in yourself. So before we wrap up, do you have any message that you'd like to share with our listeners who are tuned in today?
To everyone listening, I just want to remind you that life may not always be easy, but your journey is meaningful. And I hope Becoming Me reminds you that you're not alone and that every chapter of your life has value. Be kind to yourself, embrace who you are, and trust that God is still working in your journey.
Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your journey so honestly. It has been a pleasure having you on the show. Becoming Me is a beautiful reflection of growth, courage, and self-discovery. You are still so young with immense potential and many more stories yet to unfold. So we wish you the very best in your future endeavors, and we look forward to seeing how your journey continues. It has been a pleasure having you with us today. Thank you so much, Miss Mütsolü Z Lohe.
Thank you so much for having me.
And with that, we come to the end of today's literary program. Our sincere thanks to our guests for sharing her time, thoughts, and creative journey with us. We really hope that our listeners are encouraged by our meaningful conversations. We also thank you, our listeners, for staying tuned with us till the very end. This is your host, Vedo Lumedio, signing off. Keep reading, keep dreaming.
Please like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for the latest contents. Also, follow us on all our social media handles.